4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. On play action, Love to throw. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw now, here's Love. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 5. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jordan Love, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Packers 7, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
It's now 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing, Love. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings 7-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Love, this is 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, it's up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're in the middle part of this season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Packers.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Packers 10, Vikings 0.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. Taking it right down Broadway. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And we see plays like this quite a bit when you allow a quarterback to get out of the pocket, because it's really easy for a defender to lose sight of the receiver. His eyes often go to the quarterback maneuvering, and this time it led to a big play.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
17, Vikings 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 8 coming up. Love now. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Love. He'll let it go deep for Foster. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get.
Again, it's Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Love. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Mike, 51's the mic.
Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Touchdown, Packers! Isaiah Coulter, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Rodgers now on 1st down. Goes right back to Smith again. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Rodgers throw there taken in by Smith. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers drops this off with Nwangu. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Let's pick it up. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Complete. Smith has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Packers 24, Vikings 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play fake. Here's Love. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Love. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now Rodgers. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 44, Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
To throw now. Here's Love. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll go with the keeper. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jordan Love, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Yeah, 300.
Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
We got
On the give is Nwangu. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
double tight, guys, double tight. 3 out.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, our field goal is going to be enough because, as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Running right, Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun. Love. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Packers.
1st down, going to the air with Love. Flush to his right. Oh, Adams, what a grab. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give the Packers a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
42 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down, Dillon shreds the tackle. Still shedding tackles. That one 28 yards on the ground. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Being chased out left. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 31. Matthew White set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The Love's throw complete to Foster. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. That one looks like he'll throw here. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Green Bay.
Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Packers, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to get